Tonight on OSP, an Oski grad gets a key to New York City. But can he get a key to Oskaloosa when we don't even lock our doors?
And the Pitt women's basketball team hopes to host a playoff game. First, they have to post a W. Did they do it, or are there other forces to consider? You'll find out next on OSP. Welcome to Oskaloosa Sports Pulse, and we're your hosts. I'm Jason Madison.
And I'm Jason Van Zetten. At 8 o'clock Monday morning, Tyler Sash changed his Facebook status and tweeted this: "I slept like a champ last night."
Well, Jay, that's because he is a champion after Sunday's 21-17 victory over the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. T-Sash posted this photo from the Super Bowl, showing the Oskaloosa champion and fellow G-man Victor Cruz as they sprinted onto the field in celebration. This image made it into Sports Illustrated magazine that hit the shelves this week.
It was the Giants' fourth Super Bowl championship, which ranks the team right up there just behind Pittsburgh with 6 and San Francisco and Dallas with 5 each.
In an exclusive interview with OSP, Sash said this past year has gone by like a flash.
A lot of people know my story. Obviously, you know, I had a chance to stay at Iowa or leave early, and I went with my heart and left Iowa after my junior year, and then my heart and God led me down the right path, and it worked out to where I ended up in New York and playing on a world championship team. It's pretty crazy just to think about. The last year, it's gone by so fast, and now I'm in the off season now. I have a little time to reflect on things that have actually taken place in the last year or so.
New York is now the first team to finish the regular season 9-7 and win the title. Then on Tuesday, the champions were honored with a ticker tape parade in Manhattan and given the keys to the city. Then jokingly, Sash dropped an Oski key tweet that landed him on ESPN.
Giants rookie safety Tyler Sash. I just got a key to New York City. I don't even have a key to Oskaloosa, Iowa.
I love it.
Hashtag key to the city.
Get your act together.
Come on, Oskaloosa, let's
Iowa.
go. As Chris Berman would say, come on, Oskaloosa.
You'll have a key by the end of the week. I'm fairly
guarantee I won the key.
Yeah, maybe he'll get the whole city.
You know, I was just joking about the whole key to the city in Oskaloosa thing. It was just a joke, but I was just trying to make a point on how big it really was with that game. You know, it's getting a key to New York City. That's pretty incredible. I didn't mean anything bad by that. I hope people didn't take that in a bad way.
No, nobody took it that. No, definitely nobody took it that way.
No one's taking it bad. There's I don't know if you've seen on Facebook or not, Tyler, but there's actually a charge to get you a key to Oskaloosa in the very near future.
I might like that one more than the key to New York City now.
All jokes aside, soon after the tweet, City Hall and Mayor Dave Cruzfeld started receiving calls and emails from Sash fans. In a conversation Cruzfeld had with the OSP, he said plans are in motion with the Chamber and Cloud Valve. It turns out Cloud is casting a blank key and will have it in the mayor's hands by next Wednesday, February 15th. Cruzfeld said that the city will decide what to engrave on the key when Sash comes back to town. Giants quarterback and Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning shared this bit of info about his team's winning odds during the regular season and the G-Men's run for the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
Thank you. I think there was 2 messages this year that Coach Kaufman talked about that really the team bought into. The first one was make it tough, just make it possible. And I think we when we started the season 6-2, we said, Coach, this is not tough enough. We need to lose 4 in a row to make this more challenging. But that's what we did, and we made it tough. In the Super Bowl, we got off to a 9-0 lead. We said, Coach, this is too easy. We got to make it tougher. We got to lose the lead. We got to make a fourth quarter comeback, and sure enough, we did it. We made it possible. The other message that's been talked about today was finish. Finish games, finish the fourth quarter, and finish the season strong. And that's exactly what we did. A team that had 8 fourth quarter comebacks to win games, including one in the Super Bowl. And a team that finished the season winning 3 of the last 4 and to win 6 straight games to finish the season and to finish the final game taking home the Super Bowl trophy. That's what I'm talking about. And of course, thank you to all our fans, all the supporters, everybody out there that believed in us, believed in this team. We never lost faith in ourselves, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
On last week's show, we mentioned that former William Penn defensive tackle Damon Harrison was invited to the inaugural Players All-Star Classic in Little Rock, Arkansas. The game was held at War Memorial Football Stadium, home of the SEC's Arkansas Razorbacks. The senior played against top-rated players from across the country that are expected to be future NFL picks for this year's draft. The players were divided in 2 squads, a North and South, with Harrison suiting up here in number 90 for the South. The South All-Stars, which included 13 Southeastern Conference players and a dozen athletes from Arkansas colleges, were in control early, but long drives turned into field goals, and the North capitalized to take a 24-19 win in the first Classic.
A crowd of about 900 turned out for the game as it was televised in almost 10 Southeastern states. Now, Jay, we've been watching Damon Harrison all season long. Straight up animal. What can you tell us about him?
Well, when I talked to Steve Miller, William Penn's defensive line coach, he said that Damon, with his own count, had about 4 tackles and a sack as well. So it was a great opportunity for the young man to get out there and get his feet back underneath him after he's had some time off from the fall. And what's great about that is that his pro day is coming up on March 20th here on campus at Penn's Activity Center. And it's going to be a great opportunity for him to kind of improve on what he was doing out there on the field this month.
Couple notes on the pro day. It is not open to the public, but there will be several pro scouts there. We'll keep you informed right here on OSP on who is actually there. From the gridiron to the hardwood, WPU hit the court over the weekend against Iowa Wesleyan. The Lady Statesmen were out for revenge after being decimated 57-27 back on January 7th. Were the women able to even the score, or did the visitors take it to them once again? Off the highlights to find out. We pick things up late in the first half. Penn down by 16, trying to claw their way back. Katie Golumski gets 2 off here from a nice dish from Sam Abens. Next trip down, it's Golumski again. This time she goes outside and drops in the trifecta. She has 11 points in the first half. A few seconds later, Penn with an inbounds to Michaela Beck finds an opening and gets an easy put in. And then just before the half, off the Abens miss, Oriole Thomas gets the rebound at stickback. Penn down by 10 at the break. Second half now, and the Tigers are starting off strong. Samantha Hodge drives and lays it in to get things started. Then on the break, it's Hodge again, this time with a nice dish from Anna Jones. It's a 12-point game after Abens drives, hangs, and floats in the short runner from the Lady Statesman. The Tigers were too much on this day. Danielle Desjardins knocks one down from deep, pushing the lead to 16. And one possession later, Michelle Price provides the dagger for the Tigers. The Lady Statesmen failed to avenge their previous loss to Iowa Wesleyan, falling 69-54. Penn turned over the ball 21 times as compared to 15 by the Tigers, resulting in a huge 18-4 advantage in points off turnovers. Freshman guard Katie Golumski hit a trio of 3-pointers en route to a team-high 11 points, followed by sophomore guard Oriole Thomas and her 7 points in 13 rebounds. William Penn lost, but so did Viterbo. Therefore, the Lady Statesmen are still listed as the number 4 seed in the league standings and have an inside path to hosting a first-round tournament game. When we come back, we'll cross over and bring you up to speed on how the Statesmen balled against the Tigers last Saturday.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the 4 seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Bates Funeral Chapel, where community is more than just a location. Where compassion is more than just a feeling. Where history is more than just a time. Bates Funeral Chapel, where service is more than just a word.
The doctor is in and no appointments are needed. Come to Dr. Salami's today and let the doc heal your hunger. Come to Dr. Salami's for friendly staff, casual atmosphere, and good friends. When you get here, you'll be treated to affordable prices, hearty portions, and good food. So come on down to Dr. Salami's today, your place for good friends, good food, good times.
Bates Funeral Chapel, where community is more than just a location. Where compassion is more than just a feeling. Where history is more than just a time. Bates Funeral Chapel, where service is more than just a word.
Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole.
The biggest stars, the classic hits, KIIC.
They're back at it again. Those talented elves have adorned Mahaskadrug and Oskaloosa with 150 beautifully decorated Christmas trees, tens of thousands of ornaments, decorations, crafts, and gifts for anyone on your Christmas shopping list. It's a fun store to shop, loaded with Christmas decor that'll make you smile, make you laugh, make you want to share. Mahaskadrug is open weeknights till 9, so come into town and see what everyone is glowing about. Mahaskadrug and Oskaloosa, it's big, really big.
Welcome back. Last Saturday, the Statesmen were back in the Penn Zone facing a struggling Tigers team from Iowa Westland. On the line was Penn's second place standing in the conference, so with a possible upset on the line, who prevailed? Back to the Penn Zone to find out. Early second half and we're tied at 40, but the tie doesn't last long as Blake Walker finds Alan Douglas under the basket for an easy bucket. However, that was it for a while for the Statesmen. The Tigers answer right back with this easy lay-in from Davis Warner, and that was just the beginning. Next Statesman possession, and Davis Warner gets the steal and takes it the other way for an easy put-in. Next trip down, and the Tigers and another layup. This one is by Kyle Warner, and it's a 4-point lead for the Tigers, but they weren't done. Out of the timeout, Warner is double-teamed, but he finds Dan Missy open from the wing for 3 more. And then Warner finds another dime, this time the alley-oop to Shaka Ake, all part of a 13-2 run for the Tigers. Fast forward to 2 minutes left. Penn trying to make a run. Off the Austin Emerson miss, Armin Razul with some good work underneath gets the putback to go. And then a lazy inbound pass from the Tigers leads to an Alan Douglas steal and the hoop, Penn within 7. It's an 8-point lead for the Tigers when they can't convert 3 free throws, which leaves the door wide open. Douglas can't convert, but Razul is there again for the putback, Penn within 6. But needing a steal off the inbound, the Statesmen don't get it, and Ake puts the frosting on the upset win for the Tigers.
And that's the exclamation point.
WPU failed to take advantage against a slumping program and were knocked off 91-83. In the game, the home team had a tough time netting points. The hosts were outshot 52% to 38% in the first 20 minutes, and then things got worse in the second half, only connecting on 37% of their shots compared to the Tigers' 54%. Senior Alan Douglas led the Navy in goal with 19 points on senior day, while junior Armin Razul produced 18. Penn also struggled from long range, just connecting on 6 of 33 attempts. In a statement given to William Penn Athletics, head Statesman basketball coach John Henry was extremely disappointed in his team's performance and added this: "This is a very demoralizing loss. Everything that could have gone wrong did." The Statesmen remain in second place despite the loss, as Ashford was also upset by Clark. Both the men and women traveled to Des Moines Wednesday night to face Grandview in another MCC clash. Here are the outcomes from those games.
Stepping down from the collegiate level, both Oskaloosa basketball teams picked up wins over Knoxville last Tuesday night on Senior Day. The boys beat down the Panthers 61-46, and the Indian girls capitalized big time with a performance of 52-21. That set up a Friday showdown between Pella Christian. The result? Very different. The maroon and white were held in check and lost 63-42. The girls suffered the same fate in that fashion, falling 61-43. Both teams finished up their conference schedule Tuesday in Grinnell. Here's a look at how the games played out. Now rolling out the mats, the Indians had its hands full when the Dutch came to town last Thursday night. However, Oskaloosa was able to hang in there thanks to one match. Oskaloosa got a 14-5 major decision from sophomore Nate Caves at 120 pounds. That allowed OHS to squeak out a 34-33 win over the visitors. The Little Dutch won the first two matches at 138 and 145 by pins. Then the Indians would get forfeits at 152 through 170 before 195-pounder Dane Jones won the first match for the Indians with a 33-second pin. That gave the home team a 27-9 lead, but the Dutch came surging back with two wins to keep the score tight, 27-21. Oskaloosa's Skylar DeYoung landed the win by decision at 113. That set up Caves' meet-winning performance. With the Indians now 34-21, the hosts would drop the final two weight classes by pins, but they had a large enough lead to pull off the win. This Saturday, February 11th, William Penn's campus will be invaded by a combination of 14 dance and cheerleading squads from the Midwest. The competition will be held in the main gym and William Penn's campus, with cheerleaders performing around 11 a.m. Head cheer coach and organizer of the event, Jill Thompson, is excited to host such an event.
So we worked on it for 6 months before we were told that we actually were able to host. And working with Grandview, working with Stacy Horton, she's the dance and cheer coach up there. It was nice for her to be close, because there are things that, little things that she found out that, oh, do this first and do this, just little tidbits and advice that she had that was just key to us being able to do this.
WPU's regional cheer champs will be out of action due to lack of numbers. However, Penn's dance team will be competing that afternoon for the first time in program history.
The cheer squad is still highly involved. They are actually members of the cheer squad. We're going to have some out videotaping. Some are going to help with announcing. We have ticket sellers, so it involves a whole team of people. So it's been kind of a blessing in disguise. Not that we wouldn't take the chance to compete if we could do it all over again, but with hosting this, it takes so many people, so many numbers, and we want to do it right.
The public is invited to attend the regional competition at a cost of $5 for adults and $3 for students. All proceeds go right back to the Penn program.
That's it for this week's show. Be sure to catch replays of OSP Fridays at 10 p.m., Saturdays at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 10 p.m., as well as Sundays at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 10 p.m. here on MCG Channel 7. And if you're consistently on the net or just surfing around, you can see us at www.critv.org.
Before we go, a few kids over at Oskaloosa Elementary School had this message for Tyler Sash before winning the Super Bowl last Sunday.
1, 2, 3, go Sash!
The kids getting Sash jacked up for the Super Bowl.
I mean, it must have worked, because Sash ended up winning the Super Bowl along with the rest of the G-men, so I can say I'm kind of proud of the fella.
No doubt he's going to be coming back with some hardware. For Jason Madison, I'm Jason Van Zetten. We'll be back next Friday with a brand new episode of OSP.
They can't do it like us. Just like, I know y'all done saw that YouTube hit with your boy Andre Brown. Andre, come up here for a minute, boss. Now, whoa. Before I got up here, Strahan said, don't be scared of the moment. No. So I'm finna pass the moment on. I'm finna see what you got in front of millions of people. What do you got? I got a ring.